We just weren't taught. We were left to figure it out on our own, usually in silence. And the silence is eating us alive. That's when I shifted my focus. I said I need to be trained as a certified sex therapist. I dug into the research, into real strategies that actually help men get out of their heads and into their bodies. Most men look like they had it all figured out. On paper, you're totally crushing it. Career, gym, relationships. But here's the part nobody sees. A lot of guys are quietly struggling when it comes to their mental health, their bodies, and especially the bedroom. And the truth, most men don't want to talk about it. Hell, most men don't know how to talk about it. That's exactly why I started this podcast. Welcome to MisterHealth, Mind, Body, and the Bedroom. I'm Dr. Mike, licensed therapist, certified sex therapist, and the guy who's not afraid to talk about things that most men keep buried. So let me tell you a little bit about how I got here. I didn't grow up thinking I'd be a sex therapist. Like a lot of therapists, I started out doing traditional mental health, helping people with anxiety and depression and stress. But over time, something kept showing up in my office. Men, high-functioning, successful, driven men, when they finally opened up, admitted that they're falling apart inside. Not because they weren't smart enough, not because they weren't strong enough, but because no one has ever taught them how to deal with performance anxiety, how porn affects confidence and intimacy, or how to rebuild connections when you feel broken in your relationship. I started realizing over and over again that men didn't have a playbook for this. We just weren't taught. We were left to figure it out on our own, usually in silence. And the silence is eating us alive. That's when I shifted my focus. I said I need to be trained as a certified sex therapist. I dug into the research, into real strategies that actually help men get out of their heads and into their bodies. And most importantly, I created safe places where men can finally be honest and have shame-free conversations about sex, about health, relationships, and what's going on in their head. And that's where MisterHealth was born. MisterHealth isn't a gimmick. It's not about quick fixes, pills, or shame. It's about giving men the tools and confidence to reconnect with themselves. When I talk about the mind, I'm talking about your mental health. I'm talking about stress and overthinking and anxiety, the way that you beat yourself up inside your own head. Nobody else sees that. When I talk about body, I'm talking about your physical health. I'm talking about your sleep, your exercise, your hormones, even how alcohol affects your performance. And when I'm talking about the bedroom, I'm talking about intimacy. I'm talking about sex. I'm talking about relationships. Not just erections and orgasms, but closeness, connection, and communication. But here's the thing. You can't separate these out. You can't crush it in the gym and ignore the shame that you carry into the bedroom. You can't push harder at work but ignore the stress that kills your desire. It's all connected. MisterHealth is about helping you put the pieces together. So what could you expect here? We're gonna get real. Sometimes it'll be me solo breaking down stuff most men don't even know what to ask about, like performance anxiety, erectile dysfunction, porn use, mismatched desire in relationships, or why your brain freaks out in the worst possible moments. Other weeks I'll bring on guests from experts in fitness and medicine and psych, relationships, people who can give you tools and insights from all angles. Then one of my favorite parts, I'll be answering your questions, totally anonymously. Because if you're wondering it, you can bet thousands of other guys are too. The bottom line, no BS, no shame, just straight talk, practical strategies that you can use right away. So if you've ever thought, why am I the only guy struggling with this? You're not. And in fact, you're in the right place. This podcast is built for you if you're ready to stop white knuckling it through stress, silence, and shame, and start rebuilding confidence in your mind, your body, and yes, in the bedroom. So hit subscribe, share this with a guy who you think could benefit. And if you want to go deeper, head into my private Facebook group, MisterHealth, Mind, Body, and the Bedroom. It's a safe place where men can finally talk about things and connect with other guys who actually get it. So the next episode, we're gonna dive into one of the biggest issues men face, but almost never talk about, which is performance anxiety. We're gonna break it down, why it happens, and the steps to overcome it. This is Mr. Health, mind, body in the bedroom. I'm Dr. Mike, and remember, you're not broken, you're not alone, you're just ready for the truth.